Hello and welcome to News Watching. The Houston Astros are continuing to soar through the playoffs as they hope to win their first World Series championship ever in Houston Astros history. Our reporter Gabby is live at Minute Maid Park with more details on this team's remarkable playoff run and a closer look at their most recent victory on Saturday.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, I'm live here from Minute Maid Park, where the Astros have just defeated the New York Yankees in Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. The Astros hope to go for their first World Series ever in franchise history. Houston Astros pitching ace Justin Verlander pitched a great game on Saturday, allowing only 5 hits and just 1 earned run, and also picked up 13 strikeouts, which is the second most by any Houston Astros pitcher in postseason history. On the pitcher's mound, Justin Verlander faced Luis Severino from the New York Yankees, who also pitched a great game. The final score ended up being 2-1 in that game. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Here we go. So it's the third inning. Chase Headley tries to get things started for the Yankees by deep soaring one way back, but gets robbed of a home run right there. Justin Verlander is pretty psyched about that. Bottom of the fourth, Carlos Correa slams one way deep to right field to get the Houston Astros on the board. Here we are, 1-0. Top of the fifth inning, Todd Frazier hits an RBI double to get the Yankees on the board, with the ball getting stuck in the fence, giving him an automatic double, and Aaron Hicks comes in and scores from second, and we're tied at 1. Justin Verlander continues to soar through the 8th inning, picking up strikeout after strikeout, and comes back in for the 9th inning and forcing Aaron Judge to fly one deep to center field, finishing the game and pitching a complete game for him. Aroldis Chapman comes in the bottom of the 9th to try to force the game to go to extra innings, but he just can't get the job done as Carlos Correa strikes again with his second RBI of the game. Jose Altuve coming in all the way from third with a throw by Didi Gregorius that actually gets there on time, but Gary Sanchez is unable to catch it, and the Astros walk it off with a score of 2-1. There we have it, guys. The Astros took the first 2 games of this series, and they're now traveling to New York for Game 3. But the Yankees have been very strong at home this year, so it will be interesting to see if the Astros can maintain this lead and get an even bigger lead going into Game 3 tonight at 8 p.m. at Yankee Stadium. Chris?
Gabby, the Astros have done so well both offensively and defensively this season. What do you foresee being their strongest asset that will carry them through the playoffs for the rest of the postseason?
Yeah, sure, Chris. So the Astros have had a very strong season on both ends, and they've delivered both with their bullpen and on the offensive side with getting those bats moving. And I think that if they can continue to do what they're doing and striking early in the game, putting pressure on their opponents early and getting those bats moving very early, I think that they have a really good chance. And if the Yankees can't get their bats moving like they haven't been able to do so far in this series, I don't think they'll be able to stand a chance to come back in this one like they did in their last series against the Cleveland Indians. Reporting live from Minute Maid Park, I'm Gabby Hurlbutt.
Thanks, Gabby. It looks like the Verlander trade actually worked out. Coming up on News Watching, you'll hear the latest in NFL news and what teams are doing to prepare for the upcoming NBA season. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to News Watching. The Houston Astros are continuing to soar through the playoffs as they hope to win their first World Series championship ever in Astros history. Our reporter Gabby is live at Minute Maid Park with more. Gabby is on this team's remarkable playoff run and a closer look at their recent victory on Saturday.
Thanks, Chris. Yes, I'm live here at Minute Maid Park, where the Houston Astros just defeated the New York Yankees 2 games in a row at their home turf of Minute Maid Park. Saturday's game, which was Game 2 of the series, ended up being a close one, finishing with a score of 2-1. However, ace Justin Verlander pitched a stellar, complete 9-inning game, allowing just 5 hits and 1 earned run, and also picking up 13 strikeouts in that game. On the mound, he faced Yankees ace Luis Severino, who also had a good game, keeping the Astros from taking the game away from the Yankees all the way up until the 9th inning. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from Saturday's game. Here we go. The top of the 3rd inning, Chase Headley tries to get things started right away for the Yankees as he drives one deep, deep to center field, but gets robbed of a home run. Justin Verlander's thrilled about that. Carlos Correa in the bottom of the fourth strikes for his first time in the game, hitting a home run way, way back, putting the Astros on the board 1-0. And then right after that, in the top of the fifth, Todd Frazier responds with a double, an RBI double, with the ball getting stuck in the fence. And Aaron Hicks runs in and scores from second, tying the game at 1. Justin Verlander continues to soar through the 8th inning, picking up strikeout after strikeout. Unbelievable job by him. Comes back in the top of the 9th inning and finishes off Aaron Judge, who flies out to center field, officially pitching a complete game. Bottom of the 9th inning comes along. Aroldis Chapman, the Yankees closer, comes in and tries to keep the game tied at 1 and force it to go to extras. However, he's unable to get the job done as Carlos Correa again strikes, hitting an RBI double way, way back. Jose Altuve runs in from third with a nice throw by Didi Gregorius, but Gary Sanchez is unable to catch it, and the Astros walk it off 2-1. So it seems like we had very similar turnouts for games 1 and 2, as they were both very, very close, and the pitching on both ends has been very good. So we'll see how that turns out when we travel to New York for Game 3 tonight. And New York's been very, very strong at home this year and has been very used to the playoffs. So it'll be good to see if this team can maintain their lead going into this game. Chris?
Gabby, the Astros have done so well both offensively and defensively this season. What do you foresee being their strongest asset that will carry them through the rest of the postseason?
Sure, Chris. Yes, the Astros have been very, very dominant both offensively and defensively, as you said. And I think that if they continue to do what they're doing and they strike early in the game, putting pressure on their opponents like they've been doing, then they're able to maintain their lead that they have, and I think they can cruise through to a World Series championship because their pitching has also been stellar. So we'll see if that remains true when we go to Game 3 tonight. Game starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll see if the Astros can continue to gain another game on the Yankees. Reporting live from Minute Maid Park, I'm Gabby Hurlbut.
Thanks, Gabby. It looks like the Verlander trade actually worked out. Coming up on News Watching, you'll hear the latest in NFL news and what teams are doing to prepare for the upcoming NBA season. Stay tuned.